A great tool to have in your back pocket that's not used a whole lot, but again, great to be able to know is available, is an extension called Weld. And here you can see we have three different shapes I drew. Each one are made up of different line segments. This line here looks like one single line, but as you can see, it's actually two different segments, as well as this S shape here is actually two different arcs. And really, we're going to look at a tool that can make this combined lines. And we'll get more into that in a second. So to download the extensions, go to Extension Warehouse and just search in Weld. And you'll see it's this first one that pops up here. Just Weld, just click on it, follow the directions to install. I believe it's a free one. So once it's installed, you would just simply select the lines and run the script. And what will happen with this system, where it's two segments creating one line, is it'll combine it, fix it to make it one single line. Or here we'll combine this to make one line. Even though it looks like three segments, it'll become one line. So let's see what happens. So we have extensions, Weld. As you can see here, I set my hotkey to be the down arrow. And to do that, you just go to Window, Preferences, Shortcuts, and you can run a filter of Weld. You'll see extensions, Weld, and you can add in whatever shortcut you want here. Just add the plus symbol and select OK. So I'm going to run that, and when I hit the down key, the Weld runs, and you can see this is now a single line. And really where this becomes helpful is, let's do this. I'm going to finish this off as a square. I'll make a copy of this, and you can see that in both of these I still have that broken line. All these other lines are nice single lines, but broken line. And so on this one, I'm going to select the two lines, run my Weld, and it's now combined as one line. And now if I push pull, you can see this makes nice clean geometry, where if I pull this one, you can see that it's split. So that's really where Weld has some great functionality, is to help keeping clean geometry if you run into a situation where you just lines are broken that shouldn't be. It's a great way of fixing it. The other system we can look at is if we have a line that we want more of a polyline that's combined than individual segments. If I select this whole thing again, run my script of pressing the down key, you'll see that now if I select, this whole thing is selected. And where this really can have great functionality is maybe in creating organic stairwells or handrails kind of thing. It really becomes helpful. And what I mean is, if I undo, you'll see that now we're back to three individual pieces, and it's flat on the 2D ground plane, as you can see. And if I try to raise this up using the move command, grabbing this point, just this single line is what moves, because it's acting as a single line. Now if I were to grab these three pieces, run my script, these are now combined, and SketchUp will now move this as if it's one piece. So if I grab this endpoint and move it up, you can see that it stretches it out and creates this more unified bend to it, which really can help in creating very complex handrails. Similarly, if you have, say, an S-shaped stair, you can try and move this up. If I move this up, only the one segment moves, but if I grab the whole thing and run the Weld command, you'll see that now I can pull this whole thing up as one unit, which really allows me to create some very unique and organic shapes much easier than I would be able to in SketchUp otherwise.